Hello, I'm Martin Sheen. You know, it's been 40 years since some concerned scientists started talking about environmental threats to our planet. Unfortunately, a number of those predictions are now becoming realities. The lack of fresh water in the normally arid parts of the world are now causing devastating famines as the world's 6 billion people stretch the Earth's capabilities. But some of the people who talked about these environmental threats are doing something about them. And I'd like you to see what they've done in the small East African nation of Eritrea, using pure seawater to grow food for people and animals, and through that effort put hundreds of developing world citizens to work. As you watch this incredible story unfold, just imagine it happening in thousands of other places, from the Red Sea to other coasts of Africa, to India and Asia, to Mexico, where it's already begun, and on to South America, a project for the whole world.
Right now, millions of people are not having access to enough food. Every day, each person needs about 2,100 kilocalories, and they're not getting anywhere close to that. People say every 4 or 5 years there's going to be another serious drought. It's how Eritrea is able to handle the drought and respond to it that's going to matter.
It is a mere dot, a blur on a spinning globe. A drought-ridden North African country, only slightly larger than the state of Pennsylvania. Its coastline lying parched against the Red Sea.
The coasts of Eritrea are the origin of human being. From these places, from these coasts, humanity emigrated all over the world. Everybody has his root in this place.
Although its roots are ancient, Eritrea is the youngest nation on the African continent. Revolution has marred its history. A long, bitter war for independence has scarred its landscape. But there is a new revolution underway, one that has nothing to do with guns and tanks. It is a surging revolution, aimed at claiming freedom from the relentless drought that drains the nation's resources and saps the energy of its people.
Hello there. How are you? All these beautiful young children depend on goat milk, camel milk, and they normally depend on a little bit of grain. They grow maize, corn, and another year you could growing here. This year, zero, nada, because of no rain.
It is here on the Red Sea near the port city of Massawa that the war against drought is taking root. This new revolution has replaced guns and tanks with technology and human resolve. Seawater Farms Eritrea and the Desert Development Foundation have joined together with international investors and the government of Eritrea to establish the world's first commercial seawater farm. It has created jobs for over 400 Eritreans and also serves as a laboratory for marine biology students from the University of Asmara.
It's been tough at times.
Carl Hodges is the founding director. An atmospheric physicist and former director of the Environmental Research Lab at the University of Arizona, Hodges believes that growing seawater-loving plants in desert areas could have a profound effect on Eritrea's future.
This technology, seawater agriculture, when it's finally in all of its glory with maybe 20 or 30 agronomic crops, with a whole spectrum of aquatic animals, will eliminate the possibility of famine in Eritrea forever. It will be gone. And in fact, it will make Eritrea an exporter of food. So it has tremendous potential.
The benefits are threefold. Exporting seafood brings dollars into Eritrea's economy and provides employment for its people. The principal field crops of salicornia and mangrove have many uses, including much-needed ruminant feed for the country's livestock. And the greening of any portion of the Earth's surface reduces global warming, believed by many to be a contributing factor to global drought. The seawater farm was begun in 1998 with the dredging of a channel that allowed water to flow from the Red Sea, a saltwater river flowing upstream into the desert.
Freshwater agriculture was invented about 10,000 years ago. I mean, we could stay home and somebody else would grow our food. All of our culture is built on it. But now we've run out of fresh water. This is seawater. This is a river of seawater coming inland.
The newly created 3-mile-long river meanders purposely through seawater farms, first filling large tanks that anchor the farm shrimp operation. The water continues its route to enrich commercial fish ponds. Then, twice enhanced with nutrients from the shrimp and fish effluent, the river flows on to irrigate and fertilize agricultural crops. Eventually, many weeks or months later, having been biologically cleaned as it is filtered through the ground, the water makes its way back to the Red Sea.
The goal of this shrimp farm is to produce an export crop for Eritrea so that they can sell this and bring foreign currency in. And at the time we're selling our shrimp in Europe, they've been sold in Paris and London, and we try to keep our cropping plans flexible so that we can provide different sizes of shrimp. This farm is a completely closed cycle in the sense that all the effluent from these shrimp ponds goes on to Salicornia farm and eventually to the wetlands and salt production. None of it ever goes back to the ocean. And as far as I know, it's the first farm that's ever been built like that and that addresses the contamination and pollution issues so successfully.
Ponds of tilapia, a food fish being raised for the marketplace, are fertilized with water from the shrimp operation. Later, the enriched pond water is siphoned off to irrigate fields of Salicornia.